I will never pretend to understand America's relationship with guns. 1 in 3 adults owns a gun. Most Americans are against strict gun control. Literally millions of them are legally walking around carrying guns. Gun crime is therefore inevitable, right? Normal. We're used to watching spotty teenagers shooting up American classrooms. It's just normal, right? It's normal because it's inevitable. The president getting shot at, Charlie Kirk. Right, horrendous acts of domestic terrorism, but gun violence in America is normal, inevitable. And as soon as the next US citizen is gunned down by an ICE or border control officer, which is inevitable, this too will have become normal. A US citizen who the footage clearly shows was defending a woman who'd been violently pushed over, a man who was legally carrying a gun, who didn't go for his gun, was disarmed of his gun and then shot 10 times by presumably more than one ICE agent. The White House immediately claimed, without evidence, i.e. it lied, that the still warm corpse was a would-be assassin who was trying to murder federal agents. This ICU doctor was part of a radical far-left splinter cell, a terrorist, albeit a terrorist whose court records show he has no criminal record beyond traffic tickets. Apparently ICE is here to keep you safe, as long as you're cool with any non-white people in your community being stopped and searched by a gang of meatheads who have never used a safety catch or a word over 2 syllables in their life. Dare to protest or indeed express your anger at that policy, you might very well be executed in the street. That is White House policy, to use violence and intimidation against its own people and then lie about it. One MAGA-friendly assistant US attorney went on to claim that if you approach law enforcement whilst carrying a gun, there's a high likelihood that they will be legally justified in shooting you. Wow! When did that happen? This must be news to the 16 million or so law-abiding adult gun owners in the US, that if they even approach law enforcement whilst legally carrying a gun, there is a high likelihood of them legally shooting you. And not only that, but after you've been blown to pieces, the President of the United States will then loudly exclaim that the men responsible for your murder are phenomenal. He'll proclaim in block capitals, "Let our ICE patriots do their job seemingly to shoot in the face anyone who might casually tell them to fuck off in the street." Not very respectful, sure, but not entirely warranting of being pepper sprayed and then shot 10 times.